What's up? What's up? What's up with it, guys? You already know what it is. It's season 2 in this thing. It's season 2 in this thing. It's preseason. We ready for some football. We ready for some action. We ready to talk that smack this shit. You already know how it is. But it is the pre-snap read. You already know it is. Mr. Bridges on top. Hey, we back. We back, you know what I'm saying? Feel good to be back, but you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be the freestyle read without my co-host, god dang it. It wouldn't be the freestyle read without my co-host. First, let me introduce you to this dog right here. I'm telling you, everybody saying dog now. Everybody overusing the word dog. These jokers is using dog before dog was even a thing. So just to let y'all know, I'm talking about that boy from the Carolinas. Ain't nothing finer than to be in the Carolinas in the morning, drinking some sweet tea and eating some barbecue. That's what we do in the Carolinas. Introduce to my boy Jay Good. You on mute, my boy. You on mute, man. You ain't been on here in a minute. You on mute,
my boy. Boy, it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. Glad to be back, man. Glad to have the show rocking again, man. You said the original dog. Hey, I'm a dog. Gold boots and all.
Hey. And you know we can't do our show without the lady of the freestyle read, man. She hailed from the boot. She got 1 degree, 2 degrees. She about to get 3 degrees. You know, she degreed up. You know, shoot. We talk about that girl, Robin. She also do another YouTube show with Miss All Script. You know, girls need girls. Talk about that girl, Robin McGee.
I'm back. And better than ever. Hey. Get it. Y'all, I look like an African queen. Y'all see my braids? Y'all see my bees?
Exactly. She got the bees on.
Look, I got my bees on. Look, okay. Listen, hey. I got a little Bantu knot.
Hey,
we with it.
That's believe it.
Don, how have you been? It's been some
good.
time.
You know, I've been good. I've been out here. We all took a little break, which I think we all needed for real.
Yeah.
We back. We here to talk about some football. We here to talk about some stuff that been happening. You know, so all I just know is don't mess with black people in Alabama. So that's all I know.
At all.
That's
a lot of stuff has been happening in Alabama this entire year.
Yeah, that's all I know. With chairs going on sale at Walmart, you know what I'm saying?
Where they put the do-rag on the white chair and some black Air Force.
Hey, just we don't condone racism, but just know don't mess with the melanin people.
Look,
why they calling that event the fade in the water? Like waiting
the fade in the water. No, but listen, because did y'all really see that man jump out of the boat to swim to the other side?
You know he's only 16. Yes.
I didn't know how old he was. All I know is I saw a king. He's
Howard.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, Howard. Yeah,
no,
Howard.
Literally.
Howard better jump on that.
Yeah,
Howard better.
I don't even care if he's not on the swim team. He needs to be, because baby swim across that doggone river.
No, Robin. He didn't swim. He swam.
You are right. He swam. Child, I don't know. I showed my parents the video. They hooping and hollering, talking about, I know that's right. Y'all better get him. Love it.
Heck yeah. But hey, we glad to be back. We glad football to be back. Happy birthday to Doug Williams. I want to give a happy birthday shout out to the OG, and happy birthday to the trendsetter, Deion Primetime Sanders. We still talking about it's season 2. We still talking about this. I want to give out a happy birthday because he did do 2 seasons in HBCU, man.
I feel like he's gonna be back, but that's a topic for another discussion.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic and a whole nother day. But let's move on to our first topic of today.
And it is what it is. Mr. Williams is having a shot at Tennessee Titans. I didn't know this. What?
Yes. So, he's giving the first black head coach to give a shot for preseason head coaching tryout or trial run or trial. I don't really know how you call it, but I guess the Tennessee Titans just made the connection for the HBCU land to land with a good coach, a good former head coach at North Carolina A&T to have a role with preseason stuff, actually calling the plays and making adjustments and doing assignments. I think that's tremendous. I think that's a big step up for the NFL to see that, and a big step up to a team that's in the South, to be honest, to do something like this.
Yeah,
I feel you. Now, this is not his first season with the Titans, right? Like he's been with the Titans before, but now he's moving up in ranks, if that's what I'm understanding.
So he's been with the Titans for 6 years, and this is actually 12th year coaching in the NFL. But this is his first year on the Titans as an assistant coach and D-line coach. So I believe he probably was just a D-line coach, and he got a moved up position, and he was an assistant coach. So I think this.
Do you feel like this is a good move for him to be in this now position? Do you think like the Titans are going to really benefit from having him in this authoritative level?
I mean, it's just for the preseason, but I do think it is a good repetition or a good experience for him to be able to go out there and head coach a football team in preseason, even if it's just preseason, because any experience is better than no experience.
That's true. That is true.
Definitely.
But he is repping for the NCAT.
Exactly. Robin, then you got to think about all this Rooney rule going around like, oh, we have to interview black coaches. But at the end of the day, we all know they do not pick the black coaches that they interview. They already have eyes set on who they want. So
who they want to talk to, for sure.
Yeah, so this is a testament to the Tennessee Titans to make this move, for real, because like nobody else is doing it, or people too scared, or it's a good old boy system. They're going out the way to not do everything that everybody else is doing.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, this guy, like, he's not just a scrub or somebody that's like, oh, we're going to give him opportunity. Like the Rooney Rule is suggesting. This guy actually had one of the better defensive lines in the NFL. I want to say it was last year. He held teams to 76.9 rushing yards per game, and that is the second lowest in the NFL. So he knows how to coach good players. He has, Jeffrey Simmons, root to the Bros, on his team. And of course, that is a factor as well. But he knows how to develop good players and coach great players as well. A leader of men.
Yeah, that is true. Good for him, though, that he's having now this opportunity to have more on his resume. Because who knows? I mean, everybody be leaving and depending on like coaching and things like that. So who's to say that he's going to stay with the Titans forever and ever? You know what I'm saying? But it's still a good opportunity for him to pattern up his resume so that if he does leave, he doesn't have to necessarily build his way back up. He can just shift into that same position at another, at another team. So that'll be really good for him to have that.
I do want to point out, like, we have a lot of initiatives like this. Not this exact same initiative, but a lot of times they'll say, hey, we're hiring a black coach. Hey, we're hiring a black coach to develop him to a head coach. But it hasn't been a lot of black hires as head coaches. We have a lot of people that have the resume to be a black head coach, but weren't offered the position. So until that opportunity, comes to existence for them, I don't think we're really solving the issue. We're kind of prancing around the issue and kind of giving. This is often what happens with black folks. They give black folks something subtle to, kind of, oh, this is nice, but it's not solving the true issue at hand. For example, in 2020, when they had the senators was getting on the knee and wearing dashiki, like, bro, that's not what we asked for. You know what I'm saying? So this is not equivalent to that, but I still want to see a black coach hire. Like, this doesn't solve the problem at all to me.
Right.
I feel you.
Yeah. I can understand that too. Because it's a step, but it's like I want it to be a leap. I want it to be cement, honestly. I want it to be concrete. Yeah.
But my thing is this, Jerry. I agree with your statement 100%. But the thing I can say is like it's been times where saying, "Oh, black coaches don't know how to be a head coach," or they don't know how to do this, or they don't know how to do this. I say this will help people see the outsiders. Oh, he can be a head coach. Oh, he can do this. He can make game time decisions. So I understand like it's a token, but then again, it's like you see what he can do. So it's 50-50.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's right now. It's to me, it's too many coaches right now that should have head coaching jobs. For example, Eric Bieniemy he coaches the Commanders.
Washington Commanders.
Right. He should be a head coach by now. As many Super Bowls as he's won, you know, the coach for the Eagles, he got a head coach position, if I'm not mistaken, after he lost to Eric Bieniemy. Like it's not making sense to me. You know, how many 3 Super Bowls, or maybe more than that? But
it's 4. He been to 4.
He's been to 4, but lost 1.
Right. Lost one. Lost one.
That type of experience, man, it kind of speaks for itself. You got, you know, Steve Wilkes, you got Brian Flores. It's a lot of coaches, man, that I believe should be head coaches somewhere.
Yeah,
that's true. I can agree with that.
Heck yeah.
But I mean, it's a great opportunity for him for experience to conclude, you know.
Heck yeah. But congratulations. Hope you do good. I know preseason already started, but the games start tomorrow. 2 games start tomorrow. Then the rest of the slate games start on Friday. So shout out to all the HBCU players that's going to play in this preseason. Try to get y'all roster spot. Zay, make sure you try to go out there and do your thing. You know, Land, make sure you try to go out and do your thing. Aubrey, you know, all your boys, y'all make sure y'all go out there and do your thing, man. Congratulations,
man. I've been out there doing work, man. That's what I've been keeping track. You know, watching them on, you know, Twitter and like watching the Rams feed on Twitter. I see Stetson Bennett passes for a touchdown to Xavier Smith. Oh yeah, so I hope he keeps it up, and Land, and you know, Aubrey Miller. It's a lot of players that we're going to pass over that are doing well too. So
heck yeah, man. But congratulations, y'all. But go ahead, Robin, with this next topic while I bring this graphic up.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to be talking about the total head coaching wins within the HBCU, and we're talking about both. Are we talking about SWAC? Are we talking about MEAC? Are we talking about everybody? Right?
Everybody right now. We talking about everybody. There go the graphic right there. These are present coaches that's coaching right now.
Yeah. Now I have to ask: what is the range of time for these coaches? Just their tenure at these universities, or is it like a specific time frame between 2012 until 2023? What are these wins designated to?
From where?
These wins are strictly head coaching wins.
Okay.
Yeah, just strictly.
What year though? Like what time frame?
So when they started head coaching until now, like when they got their first head coaching job, just like when Willie got his first head coaching job at FAM until now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I just want to ask because I feel like people are going to, you know, put together some at least for me, I'm putting together some dots here. Because I'm looking at this list, right? And like it's really easy to look at the numbers and be like, oh my God, you know, Buddy got 146 wins while Willie Simmons got 54. Were they on these teams for the same amount of time?
No. But
we got to take that to account, right? Because who was on the team longer? Was Buddy on the team longer than Willie Simmons has been with FAMU?
Yeah. But I can say this. If Willie, look at Willie's winning 54. And how long he's been coaching?
But this is just for FAMU, right?
Yeah, that's it just for him. It's not.
I think that's everywhere. That's whenever he started coaching at, you know, he head coach at, was he head coach at MVP?
thought he was
What was he assistant coach? I think it was.
I don't know, but we can look it up.
Yeah, look that up. Look that up.
Let me get my legal research fingers on the go.
He was the head coach at PV.
Okay, so
he was the head coach. Okay.
During his tenure, he was coaching at a high school, and then he was a running back coach at MTSU, and then he had a successful run at Alcorn.
As a head coach?
They said he worked at Alcorn 3 seasons as an assistant coach. Okay, so that's assistant coach. Let's go to Prairie View. During his tenure at Prairie View, but it doesn't state.
I think he was
what his position.
I know
I think he was the head coach.
Yeah, he was.
I think it was the head coach.
Head coach.
So, this starts off, wherever they started off their head coaching career.
Yes, he was previously head coach at Prairie View A&M from 2014 to 2017, and then from there, that's where he came to the Rattlers in 2017, right? Yeah. So he's been with the Rattlers for 6 years.
Right.
Okay. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
But the question still remains the same. I mean, I feel like this list can be very daunting when you're looking at it, because it's like, are we looking at these, and I think y'all just answered this question, but like these coaches, we're looking at from their entire tenure at any university that they've been to, right?
That's what I believe.
Because, well, dang, I mean, and this is total wins with the team, right? Or like whatever team they were with in total. Willie Simmons has only had 54.
Hold up. Do I got this right here?
Because
let's be honest, how many games are in a season?
Hold up.
It's 11. Well, 12 if you count celebration.
And you're telling me he only, if there's 11 games, right? And of those 11 games in one season, like.
So Robin,
that seems like a low number for just
Robin. I got you right here. I'm about to share something.
Let me know.
All right, so let me stop sharing that. Bam. Where is it at? HBCU. Here it is. So this give you a more broad spectrum. You see Eddie Robinson, the year he coached, you see that, right? So now I'm going to go to Buddy Pugh. Right here, Buddy Pugh. South Carolina State, 2002 to present, 146. Then we going to go to, trying to think, who was the next head coach on there?
I know Connell Maynard was like third.
Yeah, Connell Maynard was third. Here we go. Mr. Williams, Bowie State, 93. Winston-Salem State, 94.
Boys. That was them boys.
Yeah. I'm trying to, where is Maynard at?
That was Maynard, wasn't it?
Yeah, you just read off Maynard.
Oh, okay then. Yeah. So that should help you a little bit, Robin, with your idea.
Analysis. That's what I'm trying to understand.
I know at FAM, Coach Simmons has been averaging about 9 every year. Except for that. I think the first year we might have won, I think 8 or
8.
Yeah. So,
but if he's done about 6 seasons, I mean, that's your 54 there.
Well,
that's more than 54. Yeah, because if you're saying if he's averaging 8 to 9 and he's been there for 6 seasons, assuming that all 6 seasons had about 8 to 9 wins, then that's 72.
I just know the reason why I said I think it's other institutions is because I know Connell Maynard has not won, 94 games at Alabama.
Alabama. He just got Alabama like 4 years ago.
It might have been that.
Yeah. So
and
he was, and for you can attest to that, Jerry. He's been winning with y'all. So like,
yeah, we averaged about 10, 11 wins each year when I was in school.
Yeah.
I will say though, looking at this list and looking at how long, I mean, Buddy Pugh has been coaching since 2002, head coaching, while like Willie has been head coaching. Was PV his first head coaching position?
Yeah.
And that was 2014. So
it's a little skewed.
I mean, I see the broad spectrum, but I'm like, okay, give my guy a chance. He got in there 12 years after this coach, and he's already almost
catching up.
You know?
Yeah. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. He's literally going to catch him in the next way. What if he coaches at FAM or another HBCU for a long time? I would say
like 5 years.
Yeah, he's going to overlap him.
But let's say this. But that's if he would only overlap him if Buddy Pugh don't win no more. You know what I'm saying? Like Buddy Pugh's still that guy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It is good to kind of see it from this lens of like, okay, you got the OGs of the HBCU coaching, right? That's putting up the numbers, that's setting the standard. But then you got the up and coming coaches, which I mean, Willie has been coaching for a long time, almost 10 years, or head coaching, but it's still like you kind of knew when comparing it to the Buddy Pughs of the society. So
yeah.
But he's on a good track. I'll look up Fred McNair.
It's very skewed. This graphic is very. I think it would have been a little better if they did winning percentages. And I think we might be up there at the top. Might be at the top now.
That's all I'm saying.
Winning percentage. Yeah, we're going. Fam, you will be up there now. You know what I'm saying? Coach will be up there on that thing. But that's another top for another day. You know what I'm saying?
But on this list, is there anyone surprising you?
Why Maynard is so low? That's what kind of surprised me.
What you mean low?
41.
That's McNair.
I mean, my bad. McNair, not.
Oh, McNair.
McNair, my bad. McNair.
McNair at Alcorn.
Why is he so like that?
Yeah, that don't
add up.
How long he been there?
He been there for a little minute.
That's what I thought.
Robbie, look that up for us.
Fred Air McNair is entering into his 7th season with Alcorn State.
Good program, so it's kind of interesting to see that number being where it is.
Yeah. I mean, he holds. Hold on. McNair currently holds a 32-15 SWAC record after 6 seasons with Alcorn State, posting an overall record of 41-30. So it just seems like he a
50-50 coach almost.
Yeah. He's a 50-50. Literally, because I mean he's 32-15 with the SWAC record. I mean that 15 is half of 30, and then he got 41-30, which 41 is not. I mean 30 is not half of 41. I'm just saying.
But he had tons though. Like I think that's where we're getting it mixed up because he had a run for a minute where he was going.
Yeah.
Looking at the Celebration Bowl, it was him.
Yeah.
That is true.
Which mean that their record was that great though, because if I'm thinking when I played ball, we went to the championship one year. We were 6-5.
See, and that's another thing too. Like you can still win your conference and be 6-5 or whatever. And
because Southern last year, their record in the
backdoor.
Yeah, when they played Jackson State, it was like lost with what 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's about right.
Yeah, and he also hasn't coached like continuously head coaching at universities the entire time because he was coaching in high school for a little minute too.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
he was at in like 2011 he was at a high school. He was an athletic director. He was a football coach. He was a teacher. Like he was doing a lot. So I think also that plays into a part as well.
He said they Fred also lost games with the team sitting out the COVID season. Okay, so
Yep.
so that adds about a couple of games that he could have had or whatever,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So okay, okay.
Well, I feel like I'm doing compliance work thinking about this.
What?
Well,
That's how we be in the office, boy. Like, did they got a COVID year or what? Trying to find out about eligibility.
Man, I hear you. I know that has to be a lot.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he need to start winning these games. I mean, this could be his year. I mean, like he literally could do something over there in is it the West? Yeah, it's the West. He could do something over there. Shoot.
Now, what about Willie Slater? Has Willie Slater been coaching the same amount of time as Buddy Pugh?
I got a disclaimer, for 1 second. I just gotta because it's two Winston-Salem State coaches on this list. And I have not acknowledged that. I just have to take a break to acknowledge that for 1 second. So, of course, we know Connell Manor. We know him. Most winningest coach at Winston-Salem State. When we played, we had the most winningest program in the state of North Carolina. But the other coach on this list is Coach Richard Hayes. He hasn't been coaching but 3 years. Head coaching 3 because he was still defensive coordinator at Winston-Salem State when I left. So he hasn't been coaching at Fayetteville State for that long. And time he got there, the next year he got there, they went to the championship game. So I think that's an up and coming coach that we can see at a Division I institute, pretty soon. If not next year, the year after that, because he's a great coach. He's I know we all heard of Bill Hayes. He used to be the AD at FAMU. He was the AD at A&T and the AD at Winston-Salem State. I think that's his uncle or something like that. So it's been football ties all through that family.
Gotcha.
I know that's right. He said, "Let me go ahead and insert my Rams."
I had to put them in there.
I know that's right.
So with this question, since we're talking about coaches, who would you play for at this moment in time? If you want one coach to come sit on your couch and talk to your mama, not talk to your daddy, because that's what they already know what the deal is with the dad. I'm talking about talk to your mama and eat your apple pie in your face to talk about, I want your son or daughter to come to this school and play for me. What coach would you want?
Oh, that's a tough one. It has to be from that list.
You want me to pull back the list up?
Yeah, put a list up.
All right, I got you.
Pull the list.
You also got to think about which coach has the most players in the NFL because at the time you're being recruited, everybody wants to play in the league. So my answer. But
yeah. Let me see this last town. I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna go last. Y'all go.
For me, it's gotta be Bud. It gotta be Buddy Pugh. Because as a high schooler, I'm looking at what players you have in NFL. We got Darius Leonard. We got Hargrave, Javon, and these are notable names. These are not scrubs in the league. These are guys top 10, top 15 for their position. We got Jacoby Durant. Is it Jacoby Durant? Durant, he playing for the Rams right now. He's having a great set coming to a second year. So, I mean, to me, that's what I would be looking at. But if I'm coming from a standpoint of I wanting to have a great time, I'm wanting to win and go to the league, I got to go with Coach Simmons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because for me, like I just know the effort that they put in with these kids. I see it every day. I see what they're doing, on the football field, off the football field, how they're developing these people as young men. So those are my top two.
Yeah, it's a struggle for me because y'all already know who A and who B and who B and who A. So it's either Buddy Pugh or Willie Simmons. It's either I stay in the country or I go to Tallahassee.
Talent.
I mean, like it's either one. It's either one or the other, and that's
Mm-hmm.
hard for me because Buddy Pugh done coached some of my family members, and they done got looks at the NFL, went to the CFL and stuff like that. So then got Willie Simmons. He ramping it up now. Every year, somebody going to the draft, going to the draft, being draft eligible, actually getting picked up by a team, actually getting picked up by the XFL. So like you have to but as far as like what you said, Jerry, as far as the experience and like I grew up in South Carolina, so knowing me, I want to get out of South Carolina. I go to Florida A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Florida A&M. So
Mm-hmm.
just because I want to go to Top Flight, every other Saturday, that's probably.
Young blood, send me a transcript, then I get you in.
All right, hey Jerry,
I know that's right.
Jerry, I still got 4 years eligibility for that golf. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Did you check on your eligibility, Ryan? Have you done that? Was that your homework? I know that's right. Look, what J.R. Smith did it. He can just go ahead and get you another degree and go ahead and play your little golf, baby.
J.R. ain't going to
Sit down.
I'll tell you. That thing right now. That thing right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm a hop on the Simmons train, and the reason why, but this is where I'm at because I'm thinking about how I was as an athlete, right? Where like professional living was cool for me. I like that, but I also like the innovation that you have with teams, and I feel like Willie has done a very good job with just evolving the team each and every year. There's something different. There's something new. And I feel like he's done a very good job in making sure that is maintained. Not to take that away from the other coaches, because I feel like the longevity of the coach is definitely something that speaks to me, because I'm like, I don't want to get here and then you leave, because then that's going to irritate me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't hype up this whole thing and you already have, which I don't blame coaches, because, I mean, they're living their professional life as well. They have career goals and where they want to go. But I also am like, if I'm going to come here, it's because I truly believe that you're going to have my back. You feel me? So I think, knowing myself as an athlete, I would choose Simmons probably over anybody else, at least on that list.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I don't think that was the wrong answer.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think that's wrong.
Can't be. But, shoot. But shout out to all the coaches that's out here winning, because y'all definitely keeping y'all jobs. And shout out to the coaches that's losing, because y'all definitely losing your jobs.
Hey, man, but you know what? When you know better, you do better. So don't stay losing.
Exactly.
They have to go to another team to win.
I don't know. Sometimes they may not have to go to another team, Robin, but they just might have to sit their ass home.
You said you might be in the wrong sport. Let's just go to the Little League.
And you look at them boys won. They won the game last year or 2 games last year. Yeah, so hey, them boys. When you on the rock bottom, only way is up. Is up.
That's it.
I guess so.
Speaking of rock bottom, no, I'm just kidding. 2023 VAC preseason polls. Ron, what do you have? Do we have a graphic for this?
Yes, we do. Let me pull this thing. We're gonna start with it. We're gonna start with the offense. We're gonna start with the offense. I should start with the defense, but we're gonna start with the offense. Robin, it looked like a bunch of your schoolmates is up here now.
don't say.
A whole bunch of your schoolmates is up here. Let me
look. You already know Central gonna be at the top regardless. Like we already knew that. But yeah, this seem right. Who does this? What comes into y'all? Answer this question for me. What goes into this first team offense? Are we looking at statistics? We're looking at wins. We're looking at individual athletes and how well they are doing. Like, what goes into this?
So from my understanding, it's a combination of everything. You're looking at stats from the previous year, and you're also looking at the record of that team. I think the team most of the time that has the better record with the returning players gets more opportunities to pick from those players.
Got you.
Yeah.
This looks right. Ron, this is looking how it's looking. Anybody on here that is missing that should be, or anybody on here that should be taken off?
I don't think nobody is missing on this thing. I really don't know too much about the O line. That's a blue thing, so I'm gonna definitely lead that to him. But as far as the running backs and the quarterbacks and the receivers, they look perfectly fine to me. I think I can take this team right here. I feel comfortable taking to a mid-level FBS team to compete against. I can take this offense and I can work with it. You know what I'm saying? I won't have to worry about, is my offensive line going to block, because I know it's the MEAC. They going to block. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about my quarterback really being out there fumbling and bumming the ball. If he ain't gonna pass, he gonna run. He a dual threat. We talk about one of the city boys on the show, man. You know, he returning city boys. City boys. Shoot, we gonna bring back that city boy awards when this season starts. You already know we on it. And shoot, we already got the receivers and the tight ends. So like I feel comfortable with this. This is hands down good picks all around for me.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm looking at this, man. Like, Richard is really one of my favorite quarterbacks. After I watched his game and studied his game a little more, I think if he played in the SWAC, man, he could be arguably one of the top, either him or Musa. They would be going at it back to back or neck and neck. So, but off script. But
shout out to that boy.
From this preseason first team offense, it's kind of showing me who's going to win the conference.
Basically.
Because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and they try to put them in different jerseys, so they wouldn't look like they're running.
They're about to win. You caught that too? Because I'm looking, I said,
they tried. They tried their best. They tried their best, but they really did. And it was like, hold on, everybody, let's get one person in a different jersey.
You can't deny.
Yeah.
So it's really 1/3 of the people that are involved in this graphic are from North Carolina Central.
Definitely.
Now, I have a question, guys. Do we feel like it is because they are the championship winners, or they actually are in the deserving spot for this individually?
They've been dominant. Like,
yeah.
Even that Campbell game was shaky with them, but at the end of the day, they really been dominant. They beat their big brother. They go out, perform during the season. They played a pretty good game against Campbell. I mean, they lost against South Carolina State. I mean, South Carolina State is a good team at home. Fam almost lost to South Carolina State. So, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they beat the best team, hands down on paper. They beat the best team. They beat JSU. They beat them. So they deserve all the votes they can get on here.
I don't think this is skewed at all before, like, because they won the Celebration Bowl last year. Because if you say it like that, Jackson State would have been picked to win, the SWAC. If we're looking at from that standpoint,
right.
These are well coached athletes. That coach he's probably my favorite coach, and in the MEAC, I think he's probably one of the best coaches in the MEAC. And they have a lot of returning players. So when you have a lot of returning players and you already won, 9, 10, 11, 12 games the year before, of course they're going to pick you again. I'm going to pick you again. I pick you in the Celebration Bowl. And honestly, the MEAC conference ain't too strong in my point of view. But hey, that's just me.
They're trying to get there. They said leave them alone. Let me just figure stuff out. Everybody keep leaving.
They trying. It's going to be hard to try to get teams to come to them, but they say I don't know what the hell they say. They the elite 6, 7, 8. I don't know. They something like that.
I saw something online, man, that they were trying to get a non-HBCU to join, and I want to know y'all thoughts on that.
Who, me at? Say swear.
Yes. I might.
Wait a minute. I want to know. Let me look it up.
Well, while Robin looking that up, trying to get it. You know how black people is. Oh Lord, they done let the white people in. Oh Lord, they ain't got no culture.
No, literally stop, because that's not what we're doing.
Yeah, we can't. We did this was for us, and now we gotta do it with them too. Oh, I ain't got time for that. At this point, I'm like Scotty, bro. I'm more worried about football. Y'all more worried about the bands and all this other stuff and cheerleading and other stuff y'all don't need to do. How about y'all sell out stadiums and cheer when the people get a first down? How about you do that?
So the thing is, though, like it's just talks. I don't think it's ever been agreed upon. Like it was like some school. It was a school I've never heard of.
Exactly. Like, you probably won't hear him again, Jerry. You probably won't hear him again. Goddamn, it's gonna be the first and last time you hear from that school ever. And you're like, Robin trying to look it up too, and she can't.
No, because like my fingers are like literally, I'm going because
Robin trying to look it up and she can't even find it. So that school came,
which is a good thing.
It gone.
I don't want it to be found. I want it to be just talk right now. And when it does come out, it was we're not doing it.
But Jerry, I know that they like the schools are looking at Benedict, and I know the school is probably looking at your school too. Those probably, but it's gonna take time. Your school,
Winston? No. Yeah. What did he say?
I said I know they're looking at.
Oh well.
Because like those like
what
Benedict,
Benedict. Wait, I missed it. What they looking at?
They're looking at Benedict College in Winston, from what I know, and I think probably another school. I mean, I don't think Tennessee State is going to join the MEAC. There, I don't think that's not going to happen at all.
I think that'd be a bad decision if you bring up.
Yeah, they might as well just join the SWAC if they want to join the HBCU.
Geographically, it also doesn't make sense for them to be in the MEAC.
Exactly. So
and if geographically, it don't make sense. Financially, it don't make sense.
Exactly.
No.
So ain't nothing makes sense.
I mean, North Carolina and South Carolina, sure, are like, that's closer to Tennessee, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they would work that out.
Bowie State, I don't think that would be a bad decision.
That's another school I heard too.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a bad decision for them. You got Howard. You got a lot of schools
now,
there.
That makes sense. Bowie State.
Yeah.
Where are they at right now?
Is it Virginia?
No, that's
what conference?
Maryland, I believe. That's CIAA.
Yeah, CIAA.
CIAA.
We beat them 2 years in a row, for the championship.
But if Bowie State were to go into the MEAC, would they need to transition as a Division I university?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is a financial and a student population. It's a lot of things that go into that.
For sure, yeah.
Pretty good student population.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure they would need assistance. I think the MEAC charges a lot for people to join. I don't know what the fee is, but my understanding.
But isn't Morgan State in MEAC?
Yeah.
I feel like Bowie State and Morgan State are just as comparable to each other.
I believe they're like real close in proximity as well.
If I'm talking about, if population and proximity, of course, but like, I would think that they were very similar as far as like just expense reports and revenues and things like that, because they're about what and what. But I guess, I mean, I would see that better suited for the MEAC as opposed to Tennessee State. No.
You're right.
It just depends on Bowie State. I mean, what are they actually getting from that end of the deal? Because right now they're leading and winning the CIAA almost every year.
Every year, yeah.
Yeah.
Or competing. Yeah. So I mean, what are they actually winning? Like, oh, we're at the top of our game right now. We're expected to pay this to get into your conference, and we're playing tougher competition. How are we supporting our institution to keep us afloat, to keep this going?
Right.
The only thing I can say about Benedict is a private school, and private schools can get money how they want to. So, and I say they got one of the high quality stadiums that an HBCU can have. It may not be, it may not be big in numbers, but that stadium is nice. That stadium, they had high school state games there, so that stadium is nice.
Oh, that's nice, then, man. That's because I mean, I think a lot of HBCUs have been fighting to get high school championship games done, and none of them have been getting it. So if y'all have,
and the crazy part about it is the history of it. They used to play at South Carolina. South Carolina started costing too much. They used to play at Clemson. Clemson started costing too much. They was like, the next best stadium that we can go to is Benedict College. It's in the center of everything. So now Benedict College hosted all the state championships from 1A all the way up to 5A.
Yeah, it's a nice school, man. I really didn't realize it. Because
I can't say when back in the day when I was going, the stadium was nice, but I was in the trap.
Oh, it wasn't the same thing?
Huh? No,
I was in the traps.
The stadium was nice, but the dorms.
But okay, let's be honest, because the dorms and a lot of HBCUs.
Ooh, but no, Robin.
Very questionable.
No, Robin. These dorms.
I mean,
Robin.
Tennessee State dorms.
They probably the same thing, but
I don't know. They probably gotten better. I don't want to talk mess about Tennessee State. I love y'all.
Everybody got bad dorms and mold.
Especially freshman dorms, to be honest. Like, even the big schools, because we had to tear one of ours down. Okay.
Sure. There's this corner at Benedict called G Block. If you come over there,
I don't even like that. I don't like that.
Robin, if you come over there, just know
I'm not going over there.
They're gonna do everything in their power to make you turn around. They're gonna yawn on you. Exactly. Yeah, it was just something else. It was the trenches. Just to let you know. That dorm was the trenches.
Lord.
Niggas are making fish chicken sandwiches.
Benedict is in South Carolina.
It's in Columbia.
That's where you
South
attended, right?
Yep. Right down the street from USC and right across the street from Allen University. Allen University had better dorms than we did. Well, it was a damn shame.
Why didn't the high schools play at South Carolina State stadium? Did you say that already?
It costs too much for the committee to rent the stadium out.
For South Carolina State?
So they fun with it. Crazy. No, crazy. I'm talking about just for South Carolina Gamecocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Gamecocks and Clemson University. That's where they had the state championship.
They didn't ask South Carolina State.
Nah, because that's like geographically, that's not in the middle of South Carolina. Like Columbia is like dead shot in the middle.
I got you.
So yeah, like
it was easier for all the other.
Yeah, it's easier for everybody just to come to the middle than to go to Orangeburg.
Right.
Got you.
The pastor in here, what's up? I know he a big contributor on Scotty's show. That man be coming through with them phone calls. What's up with you, pastor? Yes, but I guess that was our little commercial off topic break or whatever. Shoot, that we had going on. Shoot,
I didn't find anything, by the way.
Exactly. But people that just tuning in, welcome to the Pre-Snap Read. This is Briz on Top. This is Jerry Goodson, Jay Good, and this is Robin McGee. We are your host of this show. You know, we talk about HBCUs and we definitely talk about off-topic stuff that we just did. So, you know, just enjoy the show, relax, kick back, and, you know, enjoy the flow. Sure. But we about to get back to the MEAC preseason polls for these players, and this is our defense. Jerry, you know, I know you know a little something about defense. Would you take this defense out, man? Would you take them? Would you take them on a run with you?
Ooh, it's definitely some ballers there, man. And like I said, you know, if you notice, South Carolina State has two people in the exact same position of the people that are in the NFL. So it's a proven fact they know how to develop defensive linemen and linebackers. So I'm definitely rolling with this lineup. I personally, I'm still leaning North Carolina Central. These guys are elite players, and South Carolina State are elite as well. I'm not too familiar with Howard's defensive lineman. I don't recall watching too much film on him, but I'm sure if they got him up here, he's a pretty good player as well.
Okay, cool. I feel the same way about you. I think this defense is made better for the SWAC and the MEAC. I feel like they can do. I feel like they can do a little work in lower level FBS games, but you know, I feel like they can. I feel like they can dominate the SWAC and the MEAC. You know, because offensive line, defensive line trenches all day. Linebackers, I ain't got to worry about nothing. And for the corners and safeties, the defensive line on linebackers going to do all the work for you. So either you pick the ball off or it's going to be a coverage sack. So like you win. Your corners and safeties don't have to work so hard. If you have a defensive line, if you have a front seven like this, it's going to be real easy. Easy.
I just like the fact that you have, looking at the teams who have representation like more than once, like that speaks volumes for that team to see what it's going to look like now in the new season. When you have multiple within one team, and we talked about that with offense on Central. We're seeing it again in Central as well, but even just the other teams as well, South Carolina State. So it's like, okay, there are more than one representation from one team going into this preseason, right? Or this is the preseason going into the regular season. So that'll be an indication of like what it's going to look like, who's going to be the stronger of the pack leading forward versus who's going to be having to, you know, I don't know, make something shake. Because there's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot going on now. I feel like we're now moving back into, like, even just taking consideration of like COVID times and like how weird those seasons were for some players and like even for recruiting. Then you have like the transfer portal and that the newness of that. And now I feel like now in a season, this coming up season, that things are probably going to be the most balanced. So I'm interested in seeing how this season is going to play out going forward. Because like in the last couple of years, it's been kind of rocky with just everything that's been going on and just the differences on how they've been trying to train and get prepared for the season. And I feel like now we're at a like, you know, a more like plateau, steady pace to see, okay, everybody on the same even playing field. Everybody got the same number of games. Everybody got their schedules together. So I feel like, I don't know, this season is probably going to be the most exciting going forward. Last season was exciting. I mean, for me specifically, but
you know,
go Central.
You know, even a wrong clock is right twice a day. You know that?
Hey, listen, I ain't a clock. How
about that? How about that? Twice a day. Hey, like you said, it was a weird year last year. So, you know, this year is getting back to normal. I expect North Carolina Central to get back to normal too.
And the normal thing is that we got this. Don't worry about it, poo. We're playing. How about that? When the last time the Rams won a championship?
When I was playing.
Oh! 2016. Together. No, I'm just saying, I love y'all. I love the Rams.
That's crazy.
Well, we're gonna stay on the defensive side of the ball. And we're gonna go to the SWAC. FAMU left the MEAC and we went to the SWAC. So we kind of focus on the SWAC right now. So
it was a good idea.
Let's
not play with it.
Robbie, this defense right here. This defense right here.
Right. Again,
this is a top 25 defense. This is
they didn't really switch up the. They didn't even switch up the jerseys for these. They kept the same.
No.
They already know who gonna win.
Yeah.
Robbie.
Yeah.
Robbie, this linebacker core right here with these corners.
Yeah. They're not playing.
We gonna at least have 15 to 20 interceptions.
I mean, that's what we would want. That's what we have. We know that the capability is there. It's now time for. Okay, this is my issue with FAM. But since I feel like you're putting in the FAM game right now, right? This is all great. This is all fine and dandy, but they need to take it all the way. That's what I have a problem with, FAM. We be straight, we be solid. Then we get up to where it counts, and I need y'all to take it all the way. I need y'all to get to Atlanta. I need to go. I need y'all to hold the celebration. Hold it up there. Okay. It could be fine with Central and FAM. That's fine. I don't mind that, I don't mind having half of my shirt orange and half of it maroon. You know what I'm saying? Oh, green and gray. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that, but I feel like that's cool. But it needs to continue. That's all I'm saying. It just needs to get there, get to the other side.
They're gonna kick you out. You wear some shit like that in there.
No, they won't. They don't know who I am. I'm green on this side, gray on that side. Okay.
I do want.
It's gonna be FACU.
Hbcu. Hey,
Hbcu.
Boo. Shoot.
Okay, I don't care.
But I ain't gonna lie, this defense is real, bro. Like you got Bubba, you got Isaiah Major, you got Carter back there at safety. You got Mister. You got the youngest brother Boulder back there. So this defense is real. I ain't gonna lie. SWAC did a good job this year of picking the defensive side of the ball. Like they really did. So I can commend to the voters out there. Y'all did a good job with this one this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I want to add another FAMU guy that's not on here because these are great players. Isaiah Major, of course, last year, he had games. He had 13 tackles against Alabama A&M. He had 14 tackles. I think that was against South Carolina State. So
Isaiah Major on here.
Yeah. I'm talking about somebody else though. It's somebody at linebacker core that we might be, overshadowed because he didn't play last year.
Oh, I know. Okay, got you.
When I tell you Jordan Moore is gonna be a dog. He's gonna be a dog. He's on that linebacker core, so we got a lot of good players this year that I think we're gonna be on this first team. But I do want to make a little observation here. If I'm not mistaken, I don't see anybody from Jackson State on
there. That's very true. Maybe they're on the offense.
Don't try to make an excuse. Robert tried to make a video.
They are going to be on the offense. Let's be honest. Okay, if we get to the SWAC, if we get to the offense side and they're not on it, then I will have a problem. But
Jay, you ain't on here.
I know. I'm not disrespecting Jackson State. I think they're disrespecting Jackson State.
No, for sure.
The Dion effect.
But Jackson State
not the Dion effect.
We been doing this. We been going undefeated in the SWAC. We been doing this.
But I don't remember.
Last time I checked, I wasn't going to no bowls, no SWAC championships.
Well, here's my question, Jerry. Who would you have on there?
Robin, they all left. They all went to Colorado.
Well,
know exactly
Who?
well,
Who?
there is that.
They all went to Colorado.
Wait,
and
Ron.
one of them in the NFL right now.
Ron, after you say something like that, you gotta say checkmate, so I can just stop talking. you gotta let it know that it's a mic drop, because here go me. I said, oh, you gotta play because this is preseason. These are the players that's going in. They're not there no more.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It's a couple guys like Jackson State got a lot of transfers. You know, they got still even this year they got a lot of transfers. So I mean, they playing Jackson State, but they really got some ballers. Like Alan Walker, I think he's gonna do well. He's from Louisiana Tech. He's I think he was the backup for, I believe, Aubrey Miller, if I'm not mistaken. He's replaced. So I'm expecting him to do well.
You said Alan Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm expecting him to do well. But it is the Deion effect. You know, it is a lot of people that have left from Jackson State, but they have also been recruited, because we know they were named, you know, one of the top recruiting FCS teams out there. So they got to have some good players if they've been recruiting that well. I think we just don't know how those players will pan out.
Listen, you hit the nail on the head.
Last time, go ahead, Robin. Go ahead, Mom.
No, I pulled up the roster and I'm looking and I'm like, okay, linebacker transfer. There's another linebacker transfer. He transferred from Ole Miss and the Holmes Community College. Bless his heart. Jaheim Hazel, cornerback, transfer.
Yeah.
Well, graduate student, but still, he went to another university. And then you got, who is this? A safety? No, he's graduate student. He came from, I don't know where he came from.
Jerry, just to piggyback off of what you said, last time I checked, Texas A&M had a top FCS roster before they season, and what happened to them?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, so you just can't rely everything on all these transfers, man, because they're really a dime a dozen. So
that's true.
Well, they got a dozen of them on this team.
Yeah, we see that.
Mm-hmm.
We see that.
Oh, they got another one. Tim Stewart came from Troy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we get
it's just a lot. It's a lot, y'all.
None of them seem to be, preseason picks. So hey, maybe not.
Yeah, that Deion effect show was working. Yeah. Well.
I hope they do well. That's all I know. I hope they do well.
But on the offense,
we got one. We got one. DJ Steven. Tiger.
Look at the bruh.
Tight end. He's a tight end.
Boy, and he barely got on there.
I don't like how they don't have Andrew Buddy.
I mean, over who?
Robin. With that discussion,
they only have one quarterback.
Yeah.
Start
lineup.
This start lineup. Andrew's on the second team.
Hold on, but MEAC had two quarterbacks on there.
No, they had one. They
only had one?
They had two running backs.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Robin, the only thing that why they put Andrew Body second is because of Musa passing yards. Musa led the team to,
I respect it. I'm not saying take Musa off. I was just
okay.
I don't like that. But I see now. I see what's going on. Starting lineup 11. I know you only can have one quarterback. I'm fine. I just,
okay.
You need some type of recognition.
Okay, I got you.
But all right.
But Jared, the real question is, would you take this offense out of the swag to compete?
100%.
100%.
100%. It's not a doubt in my mind this offense cannot compete at a FBS level. Right now, this team is winning some ball games, man. They got, Musa at quarterback. They got that boy Shareed. They got I like. Oh, I didn't even see
They got Howard. They got Howard on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah.
What he had 1,400 yards last year.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He's a baller, man. Like
we were talking about him during the season.
Yep.
Yeah. He's to
yeah.
me.
He a city boy too.
Yeah. I think he's going to expand on that this year. I think a lot of times teams going to key in on him, but I think he's going to have a similar season this year, and they're going to revolve their offense around him. That's going to be the key on their offense. But I it's still somebody we missed on the O line, but I ain't gonna spill the beans of what we got here at the highest of the 7 hills. But it's somebody
to be honest with you, it should be one O lineman on there that's from fam, and he is center. It should be TJ Daniels because he came in last year as a true freshman.
Over who though? You got to take somebody out when you put somebody in.
He got hurt. The center got hurt, so he had to come in true freshman against North Carolina. Held his own against North Carolina, and after that season, been balling as a true freshman. And Robin, get this: when you're the center, I call out everything for the offensive line.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so if you're doing that as a freshman,
the center spikes the ball to the quarterback.
Yeah, so if you're doing that as a freshman, come on now.
Did you say spike?
Well, height.
You know what she meant. Don't be messing up.
But sometimes they be throwing it down to stop the clock. But that's what the quarterback do, right?
See, Robin knows what she's talking about. Robin knows what she's talking about.
Wait, y'all remember that game? Hold on. Y'all remember that game, FAMU versus JSU? This was like 3 years ago. And they was leading.
I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
They was yelling out spike the ball to stop the clock. Okay, they be doing that. I don't know what the center do that, but anyway, I know.
But anyway, y'all, I do think it's one more lineman I want to point out. Cardell Thomas, LSU Trent. He's definitely taking somebody's spot on him. And
the transfer is definitely gonna show up.
Yeah, he went to the boot, right, Robin?
Yeah. He was at LSU.
He went to the boot.
And then transferred to HBCU. I love to see it.
Ron, quick question. Was Gentle Hunt on there on defense?
Gentle Hunt was on the second team defense. Hunt was on the second team defense. Yeah.
That's a mistake too, but that's all right. We'll let that slide.
Actually, he said it will let that slide.
Gentle Hunt, I love Gentle Hunt. If you're watching the show, I love you. It's 50-50 to me. It's 50-50. It's 50-50. Gentle Hunt can't put in that work. I ain't gonna lie. He can't put in that work.
Well, clearly you're not the only one that thinks that because he's on second.
It's 50-50 to me. If I wanted to put on first string, I would. But it's 50-50. This year will catapult him to see if Gentle Hunt is really that deal. For me,
gotta also keep in mind last year he was battling injury the whole year.
That too. Then you got like land. You had land on once. Like now you really about to get double team low key. So like we really about to see this year.
Okay.
That's my thing. Like I put him on the first team, but I really want to see how he react to that double team.
I think FAMU has enough depth that he's not gonna be double team. Well, they're gonna have to address every issue on that line.
I got you. But definitely about to see, man. We definitely.
What was his injury?
His foot. I know it was his foot.
Yeah, I think it was something with his ankle on this.
Yeah, it was something with his ankle or his foot.
Right.
Because he didn't play he didn't play the last game. He didn't play Bethune at all.
Right.
Yeah. And you see what our two of our star players on defensive line didn't play Bethune, and you saw how that ass whooping went. Called them up like a turkey, god dang it. Shoot.
Hacking that ass.
Called that thing.
Bethune, speaking of Bethune wasn't on either of these words, really.
They had one defensive player.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. See, Jerry talking all that stuff.
They had what they
it
was a corner. They had
What?
a defense. It was a corner.
What Snoop say? Who? Who?
Individually, we're talking about individual statistics. I had asked that question in the beginning, not the team.
Oh, sure.
Hey.
Heck yeah.
I love representation on all sides.
I
So
just
good
know
job, Bethune.
one of Bethune's better players transferred to FAMU too. So
Really?
Yeah.
Well.
Yep.
Oh well. Look, it's football season. It's approaching.
Exactly. So, Robin, what you looking forward to this season? What game are you keying in on, and what that actually just a random topic that I just now thought about. The national championship for the band at the Celebration Bowl. How do y'all feel about that? That's the topic to end the show.
One thing is, I think they had something. Y'all remember the Honda Classic?
mm-hmm.
Y'all remember the Honda Classic? It's very similar to that, and we loved that. Watching it, spectating it, being a part of it. So now that this is, I think, the Celebration Bowl, I was a little iffy about timing of that. In my mind, I was like, maybe they should have their own thing. But then I think about like how, because I don't know how the Florida Classic does it, but like Bayou Classic, it's a weekend full of events. You got the step show, you got the band, they have their show, and then you have the game. So if they're aligning it to look like that, I don't mind it. I think it's really cool. I think it's a great opportunity for the bands to get their recognition, to get their spotlight, because we know that's a part of their culture. We know that's a part of HBCU culture. You can't mention HBCU without mentioning the band. So I highly applaud it. I think it's going to be great. Probably going to be some troubleshooting just with, everybody being in the same place at the same time, just on the business side of it. But I think overall, culturally, I like it. I like what they're doing, and I like that it's kind of like the celebratory weekend of championship vibes, like the championship for the game and also the championship for the band. So I get overall what it's going to look like. I just hope that it's successful enough that they're able to, again, do it, like it's not just going to be a one-time thing. Because we know sometimes they be like, let's scratch this. But no, I really am looking forward to seeing how this rock out. Because it reminds, like I said, it reminds me of the Honda Classic.
I think it's a great idea. I just, we have a lot of great ideas. We just don't have a lot of great execution.
Yeah.
I do think execution will be an issue, because, history tends to repeat itself. So I think, of course, it being the first year, it's going to be some hiccups here and there. But I hope we don't get discouraged from those hiccups and not bring it back another year. I do think it is going to be a successful event. And it has the potential to be, one of the best events that we host, as a conference or as a Black college.
Yeah.
Definitely. My thing is, how are you going to get to all these bands?
In what regard? What do you mean?
Because it's a whole conglomerate of Division I and Division II. So that means you either A, have to watch their YouTube videos, which is a lot of YouTube, or B, send people out there to different top tier bands. But then again, if you just send it to the top tier bands, what about the, you missing the other bands that's out there that can, do it with the best of them with smaller numbers.
So are you for the acceptance to participate? Or are you saying
my thing is this, it's open for everybody. So how are you going to, AKA, watch film on everybody? How are you going to judge everybody? How are you going to go in person to see everybody? Because there's a lot of bands out there. So like it's kind of hard to, okay, this band, okay, I saw these bands this week, and you got to send somebody else to the other side. Oh, I saw these. It's going to kind of be hard trying to watch all these bands. Then at the end of the day, if you don't watch all these bands in person, you have to watch them on YouTube, and that's not the same effect as watching them in person. So that's you're gonna have a lot of people working and going to different places and things. That's a lot for me.
So what I think is probably the smart thing to do is to have like an audition almost. Like if you want to participate in the battle of the bands, you send in a video, send in a application which has a video attached, almost like a highlight tape, and you watch the highlight tape, and if they get it accepted, they get accepted.
Mm-hmm.
They do a performance. Yeah. They'll have, this is all going to be our performance for our audition for the battle of the bands, and if we do good, we don't do good, we're not going to make it. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's only going to be a certain number of spots, so it's like, hey, we only got 20 spots. We're going to take the 20 best teams that we think are the 20 best teams. So have audition right, kind of like American Idol.
Right. Now, the Battle of the Bands that we're talking about, is this connected to like during the Celebration Bowl? Is that what you said, Ron? Or is this like a separate entity?
It's gonna be with the Celebration Bowl. Like it's gonna kind of be in a big event thing with the Celebration. Okay. That's
the reason why. Okay, the reason why I asked is because they are doing a national Battle of the Bands in Houston, like this month. It's like August 20th, 26th. Let me look. Mm-hmm. In Houston, yeah. So they're returning for the 4th year in Houston, Saturday, August 26th. And I say that to say is that what they'll probably do is very similar to like what this organization has done, is just literally what you said, is kind of like looking at everybody's social media, seeing what they've done, doing votes, because I think voting has a lot to do with the bands that were selected, because the people that are going to be at this band, at this competition is going to be here. I'm gonna pull it up just to give an idea, but it's going to be FAMU, Langston University, Mississippi Valley, Norfolk, Southern, Tennessee State, Texas Southern, and Virginia State. And so that's a wide range of, Division I, Division II, as far as just, sports aspect, but for the bands, like nobody cares about divisions. They just care about the sound. So, I mean, I think if anything, they'll probably do something like that of what they've already done in the past for their competitive, like band competitions and things like that, and just kind of mold it so that it can fit the timeline for the Celebration Bowl.
Gotcha.
Because that's another thing. Like, of course, we don't want to see the same bands, continue to be representing at these competitions. Like, I would want to see another band. Like, since we already saw Tennessee State, FAMU, and whoever, like, I would want to see somebody else. Like, bring in Grambling, because Grambling's not even on this list. You know what I'm saying? So I think if they do it right, then the representation should be there as far as who they select.
Gotcha.
I think it's
because I'm still on Benedict. Look, that trombone video. Y'all know what trombone video I'm talking about? It's Benedict College. Man, I say that rent free in my head periodically. I say whoever. I just want that section. I don't know how with the rest of the band sound like. But the trombone section alone.
I had to watch that like 10 times. 10 times. I watched that 10 times. And I'm not a band geek. I ain't no band person. But I was like, boy, that son of a gun.
Man, listen. I say I want to learn how to play the trombone at this point. I want to do what he did.
What song was that again? It was like it's like
I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. Y'all, audience members, if y'all are watching right now, please go and look up Benedict College trombone section. Black and Blues. That's the name of it.
That's exactly it. Yep.
That's the name of the song. Best trombone solo, man. What? But really, it was the solo, but it was the collaboration of the section in addition.
I'm about to share it.
Please, yes, in the show with this. Absolutely incredible.
I'm about to share.
It literally brought chills to my body.
I love this video.
Come on in, ladies. Want to roll this with these guys?
Oh my God. Oh,
Robbie.
I played it too many times in one
Robbie,
day.
I ain't even gonna lie. When I first heard that, I was like, boy, I wish I was on the football field. I'll knock somebody head off.
What? I'm not. Listen, forget that. I'm stopping the game. Time out. I gotta listen. Time out. Nobody needs to be on the field at this point.
What?
Literally. I don't care if I ran out. Time out. Make something happen. Yeah, that's the way to go. Yeah. So man. I need that energy at that competition.
Yes, I need that. It need to be something like that.
That's probably the best band video ever made.
It's
up there, Robin. It's top 5.
No. Don't get me wrong. No. It's definitely up there. It's probably top 3. I ain't gonna hold you.
I ain't no band geek, so I ain't really saw too many videos. But
Fam got some nice stuff out there too, man.
Yeah. So,
their stuff is just like the entire band all together.
Now Southern got one video with the director walking all the way to the boy.
Dog, that's
Southern now.
It's certain staples. It's certain bands that got staples that you gotta have in. Like Southern gotta be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like from this video, they gotta be in. Like you gotta have
Benedict.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. I don't even know what the rest of the band sound like, but at least the trombone section. We got
just had a trombone section. We lit. We
lit. Even if they do an opening, they don't even have to compete. I just want them to open the show. Right. There it is. I love it. Yeah. I'm very excited to see what they come together though. For sure.
Me too. But thank you guys for coming to the show and watching this. Thank you for the people that sticked all the way through. Be blessed, be highly favored. Make sure you subscribe to Bridges on Top. Make sure you subscribe to Scotty 2.0. Make sure you subscribe to Scotty Off Script main page. Watch Girls on Girls with Robin. It's
girls need girls.
Girls need
girls. What's going on, man?
I've been messing it. Hey, I haven't been back in a while. I haven't been back in a while.
What kind of show are you doing? I'm like, it's Grammy's girls. It's just a
Robbie, introduce your show. My bad. I've been going for a long time.
Make sure y'all check Ron recent search history. Ron got some baggage to show y'all.
Chill out.
Listen, it's Girls Need Girls. It airs on Sunday evenings with my homegirl Akila. Now Scott, baby. She has some Myra woman. But yeah, Sunday evenings we talk about anything and everything for the women, specifically Black women. But we love all colors, creeds, everything. So, but like the men's be definitely in the comments a lot. So, oh Lord, not the devil is a liar. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you so much. End it. End it now. End it.
Yo,
now.
make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe.
Like, comment, share. Not for Scotty. You have so many people question. Hey, so we was listening to the person that reads today. And they were mentioning a little bit of things that we have a little bit of concerns about. We just want to let it be known. What's going on? No, guys, that's great. Oh, Lord.
I'm done. But I ain't been back on YouTube in a minute, so I messed up. So that's my apologies right there. But hey, messed up moments turn into funny moments. Hey, we get all that. Jerry, what you got going on? Man?
Boy, we working over there, man. Getting everybody, squared away for the fall season. Not just football. We got volleyball in the fall. We have, other teams competing. We got, golf, all these other teams compete. So we working to get all those people certified and ready for the season, man. So late night, early mornings, go in at 7 a.m. Don't leave till 7 p.m.
Sure. I feel you.
Not at all.
Y'all know me. I'm on my baseball stuff right now. We in the middle. Well, we at the dead end of the game almost. We getting our butt beat 6-4. And yeah, that's what it's looking like now. But we are one of the best teams in baseball. So, hopefully they can come back from it.
All right, Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, but besides that, everything good. Just trying to get back on this YouTube thing, get back on this grind with y'all, man. I can't wait till the season starts so we can see what's what. Can't wait for the NFL season to start so we can see our HBCU players ball out. That's another thing too. But besides from that, man, subscribe, like, share, comment, do everything, man. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Robin and Jerry, for everything that y'all have done. Show and helping me out. Thank you to Allscript for helping us out and everything that you got going on. So I wanted to say thank you. But besides from that, man, y'all be good, be blessed. Peace.